What if I told you there are places on Earth so surreal they look like scenes from another universe? Imagine walking on a beach made of shimmering ice diamonds, or standing between basalt walls carved by ancient glaciers. Sounds unreal, right? Most travelers chase crowded landmarks, never realizing the most breathtaking wonders are hidden far beyond the tourist maps. Today, we're exploring the world's most surreal natural masterpieces that feel straight out of a dream. We'll visit Iceland's Diamond Beach, the majestic Studlagil Canyon, and China's perilous Mount Hua. Subscribe for more unreal adventures, and tell me, which of these wonders would you dare to visit first? Kilauea is one of the world's most active shield volcanoes, presenting a profoundly surreal landscape of constant change and fiery creation. Located within Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, its activity is characterized by relatively gentle, effusive eruptions, meaning molten rock flows out rather than exploding violently. The heart of the wonder lies in the Kelimutu crater, which historically has contained a vast, churning lava lake, creating a spectacular, glowing red-orange spectacle visible at night. The volcano's ongoing activity has reshaped the island dramatically, with fresh black basalt lava flows running to the sea, where they meet the water in huge steam plumes, creating new land and demonstrating the raw, continuous power of the Earth's interior. Studlagil Canyon is one of Iceland's most striking and recently revealed natural marvels, a true geological fantasy land. Its most surreal feature is the spectacular density of towering hexagonal basalt columns, volcanic rock formations that cooled and contracted into perfectly geometric pillars, up to 30 meters high. Until the construction of the Vinicunca hydroelectric plant in the early 2000s, the canyon was almost entirely submerged beneath a powerful, murky glacial river. When the water was largely diverted, it exposed the columns and left behind the river's clear runoff, which shimmers a breathtaking, vibrant turquoise blue. This intense color, a result of the fine silica-rich glacial sediment, contrasts dramatically with the dark basalt, transforming the remote valley into an otherworldly, must-see destination for adventurers and photographers. The Gorges du Verdon is often hailed as the Grand Canyon of Europe, a title earned by its spectacular scale and dramatic sheer limestone walls that plummet up to 700 meters deep. What makes it truly surreal is the river at its base, the Verdon, which shimmers with an intense milky turquoise green hue due to its glacial mineral content, creating a stunning visual contrast with the sun-baked white cliffs of the canyon. This 25-kilometer-long gorge, winding through the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur region, ends spectacularly where the river flows into the vast, bright blue Lac de Saint-Ouen. It is a paradise for adventurers, offering world-class rock climbing, hiking the famous Sentier Martel Trail, and kayaking directly onto the emerald waters to experience the canyon's intimidating beauty from below. Milford Sound, or Piotahi, is widely regarded as the most famous fjord in New Zealand, offering a surreal landscape of immense vertical scale. Carved by ancient glaciers, its sheer granite cliffs rise dramatically from the dark cold water, some soaring over a kilometer high, often shrouded in a mystical mist. The most surreal spectacle occurs during rainfall, which is frequent when hundreds of temporary waterfalls appear, tumbling down the precipitous rock faces into the deep fjord. The prominent landmarks, such as the massive Mitre Peak, dominate the view. Furthermore, a unique layer of freshwater runoff floats atop the seawater, darkening the surface and allowing deep water corals and sea life, typically found at great depths, to thrive closer to the surface, creating an inverted marine ecosystem. Kawah Ijen is a stratovolcano best known for two truly surreal and spectacular natural phenomena. The most famous is the ethereal blue fire, a striking electric blue glow visible only in the pre-dawn hours. This is not blue lava, but rather the light from the combustion of extremely high pressure, superheated sulfuric gases escaping from cracks in the volcano and igniting upon contact with the air, creating flames up to 5 meters high. Secondly, the crater cradles the world's largest highly acidic lake, which shimmers an intense turquoise color due to its high concentration of sulfuric acid, with the text pH dollars often near zero. This dangerous but beautiful site is also a traditional sulfur mining operation, where local miners risk toxic fumes daily to extract solidified sulfur, adding a humbling human element to the volcano's otherworldly landscape. Mount Hua is one of China's 5 great mountains, but its surreal reputation comes from its stunningly precipitous peaks and, most famously, its treacherous trails. Known as the most dangerous hiking trail in the world, the mountain features sheer granite cliffs that soar dramatically into the sky, giving the appearance of giant, impossibly steep rock formations. The ascent involves near-vertical staircases carved into the rock face. But the ultimate test is the plank walk in the sky, a narrow path of wooden planks bolted to the cliffside, often with no railing, requiring hikers to clip themselves onto a safety wire. This blend of breathtaking natural beauty, ancient Taoist temples perched precariously on ledges, and the adrenaline-pumping, gravity-defying pilgrimage route creates an intensely surreal experience where human endeavor meets geological majesty. Angel Falls is the world's tallest uninterrupted waterfall, plunging a massive 3,212 feet from the edge of the Oyon Tepui, one of the massive flat-topped table mountains known as Tepuis in Canaima National Park. Its most surreal quality stems from this extreme height. During the dry season, much of the water evaporates before it reaches the ground, dissolving into a fine mist that settles in the rainforest below. Located in an extremely remote jungle region, the falls are only accessible by plane and a challenging river trip via motorized canoe. Named after American aviator Jimmy Angel, its indigenous name, Karapakupai Merul, means waterfall of the deepest place. A fitting title for this spectacular, almost mythical cascade that inspired the fictional Paradise Falls in the film Up. Ancient Corinth, located on the narrow isthmus connecting the Peloponnese Peninsula to mainland Greece, is a place where history and geography create a surreal sense of monumental significance. The wonder lies not just in the scattered ruins of temples, Roman forums, and the famous Bema Podium, but in its strategic dominance. Rising dramatically above the plain is the massive limestone rock known as Accra Corinth, which served as the city's virtually impregnable acropolis and citadel, offering breathtaking 360-degree views of both the Aegean and Ionian Seas. The sheer volume of ruins, a testament to its past as one of the largest and wealthiest city-states in antiquity, combined with the imposing presence of Accra Corinth, makes walking the site feel like traversing the epicenter of ancient power. Kotor is a truly surreal medieval maze nestled at the deepest point of the Bay of Kotor, often mistaken for a fjord, but actually a submerged river canyon, Raya. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is dramatically walled by towering limestone cliffs of the Orgen and Lovnan Mountains, which plunge directly into the deep, sapphire waters, giving the whole city an incredibly dramatic backdrop. The old town is a labyrinth of narrow cobblestone streets, charming squares, and ancient stone buildings, entirely encircled by massive, well-preserved fortifications dating back to the Venetian period. Climbing the 4.5 kilometers of defensive walls, which snake steeply up the mountain face to the fortress of San Giovanni, offers breathtaking panoramic views of the terracotta roofs and the majestic mirror-like bay below. Kotor's blend of natural splendor and historical architecture creates a captivating, almost time-traveling atmosphere. Silfra is a flooded fissure located in Iceland's Thingvellir National Park, offering a truly surreal and unique geographical experience. It is the only place in the world where you can snorkel or dive directly between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, which drift apart by about 2 cm tilers per year. The fissure is filled with glacial meltwater from the Langjökull glacier, which has been filtered through porous underground lava rock for up to a century. This intensive natural filtration makes the water exceptionally pure, resulting in world-renowned clarity that often exceeds 100 nuntalazongs meters, allowing you to see from one end of the deep Silfra Cathedral to the other. Floating weightlessly in the near-freezing crystalline water, with the dark geological walls on either side, provides an unforgettable sensation of flying. Moorea is a heart-shaped volcanic island that offers a profoundly surreal South Pacific tableau. Its most defining feature is the dramatic, jagged silhouette of its 8 ancient volcanic peaks, such as Mount Rotui and Mount Tohivea, which rise sharply from the sea and are often wreathed in mystical clouds. This dramatic, vibrant green topography contrasts spectacularly with the crystal-clear turquoise lagoon that encircles the island, protected by a barrier reef. Two deep, symmetrical inlets, Cook's Bay and Opunohu Bay, carve into the northern shore, providing sheltered, mirror-like waters that reflect the colossal mountains. This unique blend of immense cathedral-like peaks and shallow, luminous water creates the illusion of an untouched primeval paradise, making it the subject of countless iconic South Seas photographs and paintings. Meke Lake is a profoundly unique and surreal wonder, often nicknamed the evil eye bead of the world, due to its distinctive appearance from above. Located in central Turkey, it is a volcanic mara, a crater lake formed by a massive steam explosion when rising magma met groundwater millions of years ago. The surreal part is the lake within a lake feature, a perfectly shaped cinder cone. The result of a secondary eruption 9,000 years ago rises from the main crater, with a smaller, highly saline lake at its peak. This gives the landscape an otherworldly, geological textbook quality. However, due to climate change and excessive agricultural irrigation, the lake has tragically dried up in recent years, leaving the salt-encrusted main bed a stark white, while the remaining hypersaline water patches turn a bizarre red due to salt-loving microorganisms, making its current fragile state a powerfully moving and surreal sight. Diamond Beach is a profoundly surreal wonder created by the convergence of volcanic and glacial activity. The beach is a wide expanse of jet black sand, formed from the rapid cooling and erosion of basalt lava. Its incredible uniqueness comes from the thousands of shimmering icebergs that wash ashore from the adjacent Jökulsárlón glacier lagoon. These chunks of ice, having broken off the massive Vatnajökull ice cap, are polished by the ocean waves and deposited on the dark shore. The resulting scene is an unparalleled spectacle, where crystalline ice glowing in shades of brilliant blue and white rests against the black volcanic sand like scattered diamonds, creating an ever-changing, mesmerizing contrast that makes it a world-class destination for nature photographers. Meteor Crater is the best preserved and most dramatic impact crater on Earth, offering a truly surreal, textbook-perfect vision of an extraterrestrial collision. Formed approximately 50,000 years ago, it measures about 400 meters across and 170 meters deep, with a distinct raised rim soaring 45 meters above the surrounding plain. It was created by a nickel-iron meteor estimated to be about 50 meters wide, traveling at tens of thousands of miles per hour. The crater's impressive scale and preservation were pivotal in proving the existence of meteor impacts on Earth, a finding championed by mining engineer Daniel Barringer in the early 20th century. Visiting the site offers a humbling, awe-inspiring perspective on the raw power of cosmic forces that continually shape our planet's surface. Plitvice Lakes National Park is a breathtaking UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its 16 interconnected terraced lakes that cascade into one another via a dazzling web of waterfalls and small streams. The most surreal aspect is the vibrant, constantly shifting color of the water, which ranges from intense azure and turquoise to emerald green. This is due to the high concentration of dissolved calcium carbonate from the surrounding karst geology, which deposits and builds tufa, travertine barriers. These natural dams are the key feature, continually growing and reshaping the landscape, creating the iconic series of stair-stepping lakes and over 90 falls, like the towering Veliki Slab. Wooden boardwalks snake across the crystal-clear water, allowing visitors an intimate experience with this dynamic, evolving natural spectacle. Kelimutu is a volcano in central Flores, renowned globally for its truly surreal and unique feature: 3 summit crater lakes that each possess a dramatically different and frequently changing color. The 3 lakes named Tiwu Ata Ambupu, Lake of the Ancestors, Tiwu Nuwa Muriku Fai, Lake of Young Men and Maidens, and Tiwu Ata Polo, Bewitched Lake, can shift colors independently from deep black, blue, and green to vibrant red, brown, and white, This chromatic phenomenon is due to the varying concentrations of dissolved minerals and gases, such as iron and manganese, bubbling up from the volcano's vent, reacting chemically with the water and changing the lake's oxidation levels. For the local Leo people, the lakes are sacred, believed to be the resting places for departed souls, with the color shifts symbolizing the spiritual mood of the region. Vinicunca, or Rainbow Mountain, is a truly surreal geological phenomenon that was largely undiscovered by the outside world until recent years, when glacial melt exposed its brilliant, multicolored slopes. Located high in the Peruvian Andes, near Olsengate Mountain, its striking appearance is due to a complex mixture of sedimentary layers containing various minerals, which oxidized over millions of years. Red-tinged layers signal iron oxide, yellow is iron sulfide, green is chlorite, and blue is due to copper silicates. The result is a mountainside painted in vivid stripes of turquoise, lavender, yellow, and red. Reaching Vinicunca requires a challenging high-altitude trek, but the reward is a breathtaking, almost unbelievable vista of geology that looks more like an artist's palette than a natural formation. The Faroe Islands offer an unparalleled, surreal experience due to their extreme geological drama and isolation, suspended in the volatile North Atlantic. This self-governing archipelago comprises 18 major islands defined by steep-sided cliffs, dramatic sea stacks, and deep fjords, with virtually no trees and endless green, grassy slopes. The atmosphere is perpetually moody and mystical, characterized by swift-moving fog and weather that creates ethereal light and shadow play. One of the most surreal sights is the village of Gassadalur, where the waterfall Mullafossur spectacularly drops directly into the ocean from a high cliff. Furthermore, the islands are famous for their turf-roofed houses and sheep population that far outnumbers the human residents, creating a landscape that feels ancient, untouched, and utterly removed from the modern world. The Dead Sea is a hypersaline lake and a place of surreal extremes. It is the lowest elevation point on Earth's land surface, sitting over 430 meters below sea level within the Jordan Rift Valley. Its water is nearly 10 times saltier than the ocean, around 34% salinity, because it's endorheic, meaning the Jordan River flows in, but water only leaves through evaporation, leaving minerals and salt behind. This extreme density results in the most iconic and surreal experience, effortless floating, where sinking is impossible. The shoreline is a bizarre lunar-like landscape, dotted with salt crystal formations that cross the rocks and the seabed, adding to its stark, mineral-rich beauty and historical reputation as one of the world's first health resorts.